Hey everybody, it's Carrie and welcome to another video from KM Taylor Astrology and Wellness. I am an astrologer and also an astrological empowerment coach. And that means that I help people and my clients on an ongoing basis to use the guidance from astrology to get more balance in their mind, their body, their spirits, their relationships, their careers, and their everyday life. So this video this week is going to talk about some of the new astrological influences that we're going to be experiencing this week, and also how you can take better advantage of them. Venus in Leo. I'm smiling because I'm a Leo. Sometimes people ask me, what is the point of knowing things like what your Venus is, what your moon is, what your Mercury is? If I know my sun sign, then why do I need to know any of these other things? And the reason why it's so important, especially on a global level, is that when you know what some of these other aspects are, you kind of know what the rest of the world is thinking, what the rest of the world is attracted to, what the rest of the world is emotional about, as well as yourself. And you can use that to your benefit. So with Venus in Leo, Venus represents what we love. Venus represents what turns us on, what we're attracted to, what makes us, what lights up in a crowd of people. Venus is that person that lights up in a crowd of people, and that little glittery thing. I got some weird thing on my face. That little glittery thing that you're attracted to in a crowd. And Venus in Leo means that what we love, what we're attracted to, what turns us on, what lights us up right now, starting July 31st, is Leo, the sign of Leo, the roaring lion. That's actually why I wore my little Wakanda my little Wakanda top right here, because the Leo energy is all about royalty. You know, Leos are considered very charismatic, very magnetic, very maverick leaders, and also very have a lot of pride, have a lot of generosity. Also, you know, as a sun sign Leo, I can tell you we also have very tender hearts, and our pride and our hearts can be hurt very easily. So when you have Venus coming into Leo affecting an entire planet, you get the idea that what we're going to see is a lot of people showing up in a very big way. Everybody's going to have their Wakanda tops on, basically. You're going to see a lot more kind of ferocious and big and entertaining fashion and visuals. You're going to be attracted to those things, the much more like big and boisterous and roaring lion and fierce energy. That's what you're going to be attracted to. You're also going to be more attracted to your Leos. You know, you maybe other times of the year you're kind of not into Leos. You're kind of like, you know, I'm done with that Leo energy. It's too overconfident. It's too out there. But this period of time, you're going to want to be around those Leo people and that Leo energy. You know, I have a client who is not a Leo, but she has natally Venus in Leo. And so she's really attracted to Leos. She's attracted to Leo guys. She's attracted to that magnetism, that kind of always performing, always on stage, always the center of attention. But she's not a Leo. And so she works in communications. So she's like, sometimes I get tired of it. I get tired of the guys that I'm into always having to be the center of attention. So there's also these other things to look out for, okay? When there's always a higher octave and a lower octave of every sign. And the lower octave of Leo is that kind of having to be the center of attention all the time, you know, needing everybody to be look at me, but not for the right reasons, okay? And then the higher octave of Leo is generosity and royalty and pride and showing up for the people. You know, royalty is not necessarily the center of attention. Royalty are the leaders and the people who make some of the hard decisions so that the entire land can prosper. So this is what we're going to be attracted to. And if you have a business or you have something, a marketing or something that is coming out this week that you want to get all eyes on, this is the week to do it. Like, for instance, Mercury has been in retrograde in Leo for the last month. I've not been able to get my website launched for the life of me or my designer, and yet this is what's happening this week. We decided to just wait till Mercury in retrograde left us and go right into when Venus is in Leo. So this is when my new website will be coming out, which you can learn more about in the information below. Now, the other thing that we're going to be seeing coming in on July 31st is the new moon in Leo, also in Leo. So the moon, especially the new moon, represents what our primal instincts and what we, not necessarily like what we want and what we're attracted to like Venus, but more what we need, what we primally are like need in our life. It's like survival, it's like food to us. And with the new moon, this means that we are really attracted to and primally connected to a desire to plant seeds of big ideas, big things happening. The new moon in Leo is a royal moon. And so we are planting the seeds of royalty so that when the full moon comes out, we can express that royalty. And so the new moon in Leo is a super, super, super important thing to take a look at. Everyone is going to be emotionally attracted to the people and the projects that do things in a bigger way, that do things in a more magnanimous way, a more charismatic way, and also a more creative way. We're really going to be attracted to the people who unapologetically shine. In fact, we're going to become one of those people. So use your new moon and Leo energy. You know, I have a monthly manifestation circle that I co-lead with Dr. Anna Stid every month. And this Sunday, July 28th, we're going to be doing our new moon in Leo manifestation circle. So I hope you will join us if you are in Fairfax, California, and learn more about that in the information below as well. And finally, on July 31st also, Mercury turns direct into Cancer. Now, Mercury, we've been experiencing a couple of Mercury retrogrades. What is Mercury? Mercury is how we think, how we communicate, how we speak, how we receive information as well. But Mercury has been going backwards these last couple of days, it's a couple of weeks. It's not been like holding up. It's giving us a crisis of communication. Well, finally, Mercury is about to go direct again. And this time it's going to go direct into Cancer. So Mercury has been in retrograde in Cancer this last week. And what that means is that our nurturing nature, the way that we communicate, like the way I'm speaking to you right now, in a much more kind of calm, nurturing way. That's because I have my moon in Cancer. But this is how we are receiving information. This is how we are speaking and communicating in a much more nurturing and nourishing way, right? Well, in the last week, since Mercury has been in retrograde, we've kind of seen how that hasn't been happening, actually. You know, what comes to mind is some political stuff that we've been seeing where, you know, we've had some really harsh stuff going back and forth lately in the political world. You know, definitely words like go back to your country is not a nourishing way of speaking. And we definitely have seen this kind of backlash, this kind of revision or regression in our nourishing speak with the retrograde in Cancer, retrograde in Mercury in Cancer. We're about to see on July 31st, Cancer in Mercury in Cancer is about to go direct, giving us back some of that more nurturing way of speaking and communicating with each other, less harsh, much more emotional, much more from a vulnerable place of truth rather than just like, okay? So you can look forward to that. We're going to be experiencing that July 31st. Your speech is about to get softer and much more authentic and much more true to you and your emotions. And so will everyone else around you. So all of our empaths are about to get a break in the harshness of communication. And that, my friends, is your weekly video. And what's going on? This is your astrology care video. And use this information to take better care of your mind, body, and spirit this week. And if you would like to get information delivered right to your mailbox, please go to my website at km-taylor.com and sign up for my mailing list. Until then, have a beautiful week.